Welcome back once again to Everyman Driver. I'm Dave Erickson. Thanks so much for watching. This week we're behind the wheel of the all-new 2015 Kia K900, Kia's new full-size flagship luxury sedan and the brand's first rear-wheel drive model. Watch out, Lexus, Audi, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz. You are now on notice. This vehicle is awesome. Coming up, we'll show you some examples of backseat legroom and headroom, cargo volume, ride and handling, all the great standard features on this vehicle. But first, let's get started by popping the hood. The K900 is powered by a 5-liter GDI V8 engine with an 8-speed automatic transmission. In a few months, you'll have the option of a 3.8-liter V6. This kicks out 420 horsepower, 376 pound-feet of torque. If you do opt for the V6 here in a few months, you get 311 horsepower, 293 pound-feet of torque. Now, this is not a light vehicle. It's around 4,500 pounds, and the estimated fuel economy is 15 city, 23 highway. That for a V8 sounds about right, but get this. I just got back from going to Seattle and back for the auto show there. It's around 500 miles or so round trip. Both Melissa and I have put more than 600 miles on this car so far, and we've been averaging in mixed driving 24.8 miles per gallon. How is that possible? I haven't been driving in eco at all. It's all been normal the whole time, and I've been averaging about 60 miles an hour. All that information's in the instrument cluster, so somehow I've been getting amazing fuel economy, and I have been driving around town even though the majority of my driving, let's say 85%, has been on the highway. 24.8 miles per gallon. Recommended fuel type is regular unleaded. Time for a look at your real-world backseat legroom and headroom, and this is a joke. There is so much space back here. I feel like I'm maybe in an airplane, and I have room for someone to slide between me to get to the window seat. I'm 5'11". This was my position as a driver. The car is on right now because I wanted to show you what my current seating position is. There are two settings. You can save settings for two different drivers, so you can have that seat adjust because it goes back once you turn the vehicle off and then goes back to that setting when you turn the vehicle on. Legroom, okay, I think it's obvious. Visually, you can see how much room I have here. Headroom, you know, it's almost a little bit tight, even though there's an indent right here, a little bit feeling like I'm close, but it really doesn't matter because I'm leaning back so far. I've got this great panoramic sunroof here in front of me. Looks like I'm looking through an aquarium, which is incredible. Now, there are adjustments for this seat here on the door, both side doors for the back two seats. Now, I can fold this armrest down here, and on this armrest are more controls. I feel like I'm at the helm of the Star Trek Enterprise. I can adjust the passenger seat to go forward and back and slide forward and back, which is pretty darn cool. I can also heat and cool my seats back here. There's even a fan for climate control, cooling and heating. There are visors here on the side windows to keep it even cooler, to keep out that bright light. Cargo behind the driver and passenger seat for magazines and so on. There are 4 blank handles all the way around. A nice surface here as well throughout the vehicle. Very quiet back here and up there, but back here for passengers, this is luxury. My goodness, I love it. This is my kind of car. You have 3 ways to open the trunk lid of the K900. There's a button just left of the driver. There's a button here in the key fob. Hold and press that. There's also a button just below the Kia icon. Press it and let it go up on its own. You don't need to force this. It all does it automatically. Now inside, 15.8 cubic feet of volume. I've seen numbers as high as 16, but I tell you what, this looks even larger than 16 cubic feet of volume. Lots of room for boxes, for luggage, golf clubs. Did you say luggage and golf clubs? Haha, piece of luggage. What's it look like? There's 1. More luggage. There's 2. Golf clubs. There is 3. Look at that. And here's a really cool part. Push button to close it. Maybe you can let me know in the comments below this video, but I can't remember the last time I had a power closing trunk option on anything but an SUV or crossover. I think it's a great step forward and very nice to have on this vehicle. I am really impressed with the exterior styling of the front end of the K900. I really like this grille. It has an upscale look that reminds me of a Jag. You also have the LED headlights with adaptive front lighting system and LED fog lights. I even like what they've done here with the turn signal indicator light design here in the side mirrors. Kind of stands out from the crowd. As far as the ride and handling of the K900, a very firm, somewhat heavy steering feel, but in a good way for security, confidence, going around corners. So smooth and elegant, responsive as well. I really like it. This is, I'd buy this car. I'm telling you, this is a great car. I know the price point is still high for the Everyman driver, but when you talk about the competition, and I mentioned them briefly earlier, talking about the Audi A8, the BMW 7 Series 740, Lexus LS 460, the Hyundai Equus, obviously, it's almost the same car, and the Mercedes-Benz S550. When it comes to price point, this vehicle head and shoulders above the rest except for the Equus because, again, almost the same vehicle. I like this one just as much as those other ones, probably a little bit better. I'm loving all these steering wheel mounted controls here for the radio, cycling through here, the instrument cluster, safety options like lane departure warning. You have adaptive cruise control right here, which is set different distances between you and the car in front of you. It'll slow down if you break that distance. This instrument cluster, all digital, over 12 inches large, and apparently you can change up the configuration. When it comes to the center stack, the only downside is the fact that the LCD is not touchscreen. It's all navigated down here with this dial, which I've heard people say that it takes some getting used to. I like it. I think it's okay. I like the fact that my armrest is right here and then my hand just drops down naturally where this dial is. I can see all the buttons. I understand them. I have put over 10 hours of time in this seat, so I've gotten comfortable with it. No problems there. You do have different driving modes. You have a snow mode if you want, which is kind of cool. You can cycle through different drive modes. You got Sport, Eco, and Normal, which is good. So whatever you want to do, it's all right here. Come to think of it, this entire interior cabin looks like it's flashy on the surface, but when you get a little bit closer to it, it all seems practical and useful. Even here on the door, you have the heated and cooled front seats, which is on both sides for the driver and the passenger, and adjustable seats here on the door panel for both the passenger and driver. My tester also comes with a VIP package here on the K900. In fact, it's the only upgrade available on this vehicle. With it, you get advanced smart cruise control, advanced vehicle safety management, a 12.3-inch full LCD instrument cluster, heads-up display, which is one of my favorite things to have on this car, especially when it comes to navigation, front seat power headrest, power reclining rear seats, ventilated rear outboard seats, and rear seat lumbar support, just to name a few. Some of the other standard interior features on this vehicle include blind spot detection system, rear cross traffic alert, lane departure warning system, ventilated front seats, push button start, smart key and credit card valet key, power closing trunk, and power rear window and manual side sunshades. A couple of the exterior standard features include panoramic sunroof with power shade, hydrophobic front door windows, and auto rain sensing windshield wipers, which you want to turn off when you go through the car wash. The 2015 Kia K900 comes with an impressive number of high-quality standard and optional features without the premium price. The MSRP on this vehicle right here is $59,500. I also had the VIP package for an extra $6,000, so what you see right here is $66,400. It is definitely worth a look and a test drive. I'd buy one. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson with Everyman Driver. Thanks for watching. If you're into driving sunglasses, I want you to check out the 25% off discount code I have in the video description below this video from Rudy Project. The model I'm wearing now is called Sky Major. I have 3 pair. I love them. I got them about 5-6 months ago, and I like to rotate through them. So if you want one, Everyman Driver has a discount code for 25% off. You'll see it in the description below this video.